garden is named Church and Court Garden. Each garden is named after the street it's on. So it not only names it, it places it. This had formerly been called the God's Garden, so people may know it by that name in this neighborhood, but Church and Court Garden is the name we're going to go with now because I think it serves the area better. This location is a former urban garden that has fallen into disrepair. This used to be the site of 14 buildings, which in 1972 came crashing down, and like many urban lots in New York City, everything smashed down into the basement. When I go in search of a vacant property in York to turn into a garden, I always go to the Redevelopment Authority of York City, and I just keep bothering them. And I say, tell me about your vacant lots. What can I turn into a garden? And they're usually more prone to direct me towards former failed garden sites. This site was not successful because they had to continually borrow water from the neighbor, and who never got paid. And I'm really a big fan of being friendly and having good relations with every neighborhood that each garden is placed in. When I came in here last fall with your college students on their Spartan Day of Service, I got permission from the city, from Cherie McFadden, to come in here and just remove the weeds. And they were far over our head, and it was rather a challenging experience. And we did it. We got it done. It was a really hot day, and we didn't quit. In the spring, I went to the Redevelopment Authority of York again, and I said, in this year of the virus, where there is so much food insecurity in addition to what's already existing in terms of difficulty feeding people, it just doesn't seem like the right choice to keep a potential garden space unused and in such damaged condition.
I've spent a lot of time working with kids in the city, and it's just so great to see them come out and see dirt and food for the first time growing. They get excited about eating things that you'd never see them eat in the school cafeteria, and so there's just a lot of energy involved with that. My vision for this garden really is to create a school garden where they can come and learn about companion planting and how to pair plants so that they will naturally repel pests or attract pollinators without the use of pesticides.
If you're taking over an existing urban garden that for whatever reason has failed, people quit, something broke down, this involves the additional challenge of restructuring things to adapt to the new use. These beds were at one point 16 by 16 feet. Sometimes newer timbers nailed on top of rotted timbers just to keep some kind of structure here and keep the beds intact. What we're going to do is we're going to chop this down. This will be like 5 feet, and then a 4-foot pathway. It's got to be 4 feet wide so you can accommodate a wheelchair or a walker or a stroller or a wheelbarrow, because each garden I design adapts to American Disabilities Association guidelines. This is going to be a friendly garden for everybody. We also like to turn this into a sensory garden, so it's going to be especially great just for kids to come in. Kids of all backgrounds, everyone can come in here and enjoy, and we'll grow food, and it will be beautiful. So, bed, pathway is more than just moving dirt and sticking in plants. This involves structural design, patterns of behavior that plants and humans both follow to have a successful outcome. I thrive in the Wild West of urban gardening. If we have to dig it up and put in water, we can do it. If we have to rip out weeds and get rid of them and make a compost pile, we can do it. Certain gardens in York are being restructured, and there's a lot of available material I can bring here and we can use.
Usually you can hear it a little bit too.
I'm a big fan of doing it once, doing it right, only pay for it once. And when you have the proper experience and desire to make a functional, beautiful, productive urban garden, there's nothing we can't do when we put our minds to it.